Sportzmafia fans, we're here. We're ready.
Hey guys, how we doing today?
We're back.
Starting in our week.
Let's go. Man. Episode 2 of 2024. Loving it. Starting off a little hot.
Yeah, it's like the official reboot.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
So yeah, man. Glad everyone that comes to see us or is gonna join us later on or whatever happens. Thanks for coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So David, how you been?
I've been good, bro. How about you?
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah.
Kind of same old same. You know, the week leading up to the Super Bowl is never like fun. I prefer if they just gotten this game done on Sunday this upcoming week, but you know, it's all good.
Yeah, last Sunday would have been a little bit better. But, we had the Pro Bowl, which I didn't really get a chance to watch it. It's not really something...
All I saw was that Dan Orlovsky beat out Jalen Hurts and Tua in the accuracy throwing.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Sign him up. So we didn't really put that in there. I don't have much to say about it.
Yeah, no, I didn't really watch it, so we're gonna try and stay away from it with like a 20-foot pole here. But you know, guys, other than that, let's get ready.
Yeah, so
let's hop into it, man. Carson, what do we have on the first agenda for the segment?
Mahomes problems.
Ooh. Yeah.
Unfortunately, his dad got his third DUI.
Mm-hmm.
Can probably come out of worst timing. Like your son's preparing for a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And he got caught. Apparently he's at a sports bar, which I don't blame him.
No.
You just gotta be a little careful when you're doing those kind of things.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Especially if you got two on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that it's ever good to do it, but you gotta be a little more aware of what you're doing after you had a couple, because now he's facing what I saw about maybe 10 years in jail. Now, I doubt that's going to happen.
I mean, it's Mahomes. No, he's probably going to pay whatever he has to pay to get him out, but...
But, you know, it's still not a fun spot to be in. With that being said, so what do you think? Like, how is Mahomes? I think he's handling it pretty damn well.
Well, I mean...
I'm sure it bothers him.
I mean, like, if you look at everything that has happened to Mahomes, like, in the past, like, few years, you know, like, his wife is doing crazy videos talking about other teams, talking about the NFL, talking about the Chiefs, talking about this, talking about that. So it's kind of is like a big distraction for him. So I do kind of feel bad for him in that aspect of his family just keeps on just distracting him. And then, like, his brother, Jackson Mahomes, I mean, come on, dude, like... You forcibly touched a bartender at a restaurant, and there's a video of you doing it, and then somehow, like, you just get off scot-free. There's no, like, you're not on the registry. You're not on anything. You're just, okay, Patrick Mahomes just pays and it goes away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden his dad now gets his third DUI. We probably would have never known about his dad getting his third DUI if it wasn't Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, no.
So,
I mean, like, he was a former athlete.
Yeah, but they're not going to come out and tell you, hey.
But he's not a well-known baseball player. But, I would say it's unfortunate I know that Patrick has to deal with a lot of family issues. A lot of attention. I don't even know how he handles it, but he does a pretty damn good job for the most part.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if I'm preparing for the Super Bowl and my dad happened to get in trouble again, I mean, I'm going to have to just let him deal with that.
Yeah, the situation on your own.
Yeah, like, I can't be invested in this until this game in particular is over, and then maybe I can come and help out or see what I can do for you, but not a week until the Super Bowl. You know, it's tricky for him.
Yep.
And, you know, unfortunately, his brother, you know, I don't even know what to say. Like,
yeah, no, I don't.
He's just like, obviously, he has a lot of maturing. I bet down the road, if he can pull his crap together, that he might be enduring, that we all knew that he went through all this stuff that he's been accused of and done, trying to ride his brother's coattails. maybe matures and becomes like kind of enduring on all of us at some point. But
But with the name Mahomes, like, you can't just do it on your own. Like, everyone already knows who you are. You don't have to keep doing this to your brother. You know what I mean? Like, your brother
gotta be a little tough that your brother is already considered by a lot of people to be the greatest football player of all time.
Oh yeah.
Which I disagree still. I know.
I don't think he's the greatest football player of all time.
He's on track. Let's just put that. I just don't want to.
track.
I don't want to give it to him quite yet. Like,
you got to win 7 Super Bowls in order to get that name. Sorry, got to win 7.
If you want to be the ringleader, which is.
But how do you define the greatest players of all time? You define them by stats and rings. You don't just go, oh, well, Peyton Manning is the greatest player of all time because of his stats and his 2 NFL rings. Tom Brady still holds that GOAT because of the rings that he has. That's what you see the accomplishments by. I'm not going to put Aaron Rodgers number 1 because Rodgers isn't number 1 because Rodgers only has 1 ring, even though he does have multiple MVPs.
You got team success compared to individual accolades. Like, I think Dan Marino is to me is one of the greatest QBs to ever play, but he never won a title.
Right, but his stats and his leadership proves that.
I was actually talking to a coworker of mine about Marino because he's a Miami fan, and man, can you imagine Marino in this day and age? I mean, he's putting up these numbers back in the day. Imagine it, like, you couldn't touch him.
Yeah,
unbelievable. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, you have to kind of differentiate like team success to like individual talent. It's kind of hard. I mean, obviously, I think Mahomes is in that top 5 range already. Yes. I can't say that. I'm just holding back a little bit because a lot could change. He's still very young, but he's definitely on track to be like the GOAT.
Is Patrick Mahomes better than Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, yeah.
Is Patrick Mahomes better than Drew Brees? Is he better than Peyton Manning? Is he better than Eli? Is he better than Troy Aikman? Is he better than Steve Young? Those are all the questions that I would have for someone that has a fighting argument with Patrick Mahomes. And if you tell me that he's better than each and every one of those QBs, good for you, buddy. But I don't see him top 5. I see him top 15, top 12 right now, but I don't see him in the top 10 yet.
Oh, I think I got him in the top 10 already. I mean, he's won 3 already, right?
I think 2. I think he's got 2.
So he beat San Francisco once.
Then he lost to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And then he beat the Eagles.
And he beat the Eagles. So he's got 2.
Yeah, he's got 2.
I mean, that's already putting you in an elite company already.
For sure. I'm not saying anything wrong with that. I mean, yes. But I have to look at Kurt Warner, Steve Young, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Troy Aikman, John Elway. I have to look at those guys before I even consider Patrick Mahomes in the top 10 because once again, it's early in his career, guys. It's early in his career. He's only been playing starting quarterback for 4 years or 5 years. He wasn't a starter when he came into the league. He was back up behind Alex Smith. So if you tell me right now in today's day and age that Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT of all GOATs, kudos to you. But once again, I am going to prove the facts and prove that these other quarterbacks ahead of you are here. That's just like if somebody were to come up to me and say Amon St. Brown is the greatest wide receiver to ever play. You forgot about Randy Moss. You forgot about Jerry. You see where I'm going with this?
I hear you. I mean, when you start talking about best, it's really subjective. I mean, it's kind of how your preference. I know a lot of people. I do think Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player of all time, but I could see why people love him too because his game is so unique and so flashy. Like you want to watch that dude. Like, right. Like with Kareem, you could make an argument that Kareem's the greatest basketball player of all time.
Right.
But Jordan had the look, the game-changing kind of skills that everyone looks back to. And he played probably only like a third of the career that Kareem did. So, it's subjective. I don't know why people get so flippin' wild about it sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's a definite... Like, there's no gray area. It's black or white.
I mean, it's your personal opinion.
Yeah.
But if we're having a debate and a conversation about it, I'm going to speak mine and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong, just like you're going to try and tell me why I'm wrong.
They do make good for great arguments at the bar.
Yeah.
You know, you're having drinks and you want to talk some crap.
Yeah, it's just like when people try to tell me that Lamar is a top 5 quarterback in today's day and age, and I just look at it and go, well, has he done over 4,000 yards passing this year? No, still hasn't gotten there. Even though he did take his team to the playoffs, but still, what I'm saying is that when it mattered, he choked just like Detroit. When it mattered, Dan Campbell choked.
Listen, man, I don't know. How far do you put back Lamar? We should really try to get to the case of this because David just has a
this year,
very,
dude,
very, very, very like skewed look at him. I'm not that I just
very skewed.
I'm sorry, but it's true. It's like David, like general consensus. I would think that he's in the top 5, and you're like, nah, bro, he's fucking 15. Oh, sorry.
Nah, it's okay. Sorry for cussing.
Sorry for cussing. It just slips once in a while.
Sorry for cussing. I didn't mean to do all that. You know, everybody's okay now. Have you seen his videos?
Who?
You haven't seen Stretch? Oh, man, I'll show you after this, dude. He's hilarious. He is hilarious.
Fair enough.
But yeah, nah, I mean, like, back to staying on track, you know, if I had to put Lamar somewhere this year, I would put him top 10 for sure. Because, I mean, Kirk Cousins is out. Justin Herbert didn't do too well this year. I would put Baker Mayfield higher than him. I would put C.J. Stroud better than him. I would put Jared Goff better than him this year. I would put Patrick Mahomes better than him this year. I would literally
you're crazy.
No, I am not.
You're crazy guy.
No,
Look at that team. If we're gonna talk about rings and stuff, like that Ravens team, I thought was the best team in the league.
But let's talk about the ability that he has compared to the 5 or 6 that I literally just said. I think that he could be better than Patrick Mahomes if he did one of 2 things. Stayed his ass in the pocket and rolled around more. The only reason why they keep winning is because of that defense is so damn strong. It has nothing to do with Lamar Jackson. Lamar is a second-string quarterback at best.
Oh, my God.
Fight me on it. Show me the facts of how you can put Lamar Jackson better than Justin Herbert, better than Jared Goff, better than Baker Mayfield this year. Show me the numbers. Why? Because he ran the ball so many times and has so many rushing? No. This is a passing league, and it was shown when he played the AFC Championship, and it is also shown when Detroit and San Francisco played. It is a passing league. It is no longer a running back league. All the running backs are now going to die off and be catching backs and run every once in a while. That's why Saquon Barkley is not where he's at today, because it's no longer a running league. Look at Christian McCaffrey. Best example, can do everything on the field. That's what teams are going to start looking for now. A Reggie Bush, a Christian McCaffrey, and let's not forget a Jahmyr Gibbs, because they do it all. Rashid White did it really well this year. Just saying, look where Aaron Jones is at now. He's hurt, banged up, hardly played. Power back.
I think this is probably the biggest divider we have probably that we talk.
I can breathe.
He's a great QB. He's got to win his second MVP. I hope you're ready for that. I'm going to hand him that award. By the way, that we're going to do some award talk here later on. But, yeah, man, you're just going to have to eat it. He's going to get 2 MVPs.
Out. I am out.
I don't know what to tell you guys. Damn, that camera tracked you.
You think... Hold on here. You think that Lamar Jackson is going to get his MVP run right now? He is going to get handed there. Oh, just wait till we get there. Just wait till we get there, guys.
I think that's in the bag already.
No, we'll get there, guys. Just give it some time.
Yeah, Mahomes' dad, hope you get the help you need.
Sorry, guys, we went off path. We got so excited.
I just wanted on that. I hope he gets the help he needs.
Oh yeah, just wait till the argument. It's gonna be huge, guys. It's gonna be very big.
So if I was thinking we're gonna start with like depressing DUI stuff, which is not very fun.
Yep.
But I found something on Twitter earlier today.
That's pretty funny. It's hilarious.
I don't know when this happened. This isn't like concurrent to sports news that's happening right now. I just thought this was a great thing to watch.
Dude, it was funny, and we decided that why not give you guys a quick little laugh, and
this has got to be the most incredible thing to ever happen in sports.
Here we go.
Are you ready? Is you ready?
He runs all the way, and then comes back.
I didn't know you could kick a ball in volleyball, but that works. That's taking one for the team, my friends, and wins the game. Bravo, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bravo. That is phenomenal. I'll never get tired of that.
No, I won't either, man. That is pretty funny. I have to say.
But Bart, that, every time you're feeling down, just watch this dude getting pelted in the head a million times.
Yep. 100%.
What a play, my friend.
Yeah, man, dude, seeing some of the volleyball reactions, like even like when the Olympics comes around and they're on the beach, that is super fun to watch too. That is a fun one to watch.
Oh, volleyball?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching volleyball.
Yes, I love watching volleyball. I definitely... Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'd much prefer watching the women's volleyball.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah.
It's all good. Who doesn't?
It's kind of like my feelings on college women's softball. Oh, it's baseball, right? I don't know.
Right,
They use a softball, but I like it.
Yeah, man, that's all good. Let's see here. So Lamar can throw a ball, but you're right. Can't run all the time. He's going to last as long as the running backs do. I mean, Karsten, Zeke has a pretty good point. What do you have to say to that point?
Well, you can go up. No offense, Zeke, but you probably might die on that hill with David.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, I see what I see, and I think he's a great QB. David's obviously, like... I mean, we could really derail this podcast and we start talking about LeBron as well. Like...
Okay.
He's not the greatest of all time. He's not even top 10.
I mean... Sorry. He's a great QB indeed. Laugh my ass off. I mean, how long can your knees take you? No, I do agree with you on that. I mean, I've had
learned
really
how
bad...
to not take a hit, which has been very crucial. And I think he's learned a lot of patience. See, we're already back on the Lamar stuff.
Well,
but
they're asking the question. So,
no.
We're
this thing is like,
He's
very polarizing. I would say that much for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think he's fantastic, I think that he is very good at throwing the ball. Don't get me wrong. He has a really, 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 really fire arm. Everybody knows that I give him credit on his arm. But I don't give him credit for being MVP.
That dude's amazing.
That volleyball dude, though. Yeah, dude, that thing was hilarious. That caption was hilarious. I'm not American, but I heard there were aliens at a mall in Miami.
Really? I would probably. I mean,
it's Florida. Anything can
I was
happen.
gonna say, like, Florida is in the Tyson zone.
Yeah.
Bill Simmons coined this term, but the Tyson zone is basically, I will believe anything of what you say about this person. So, when it comes to Florida, yeah, definitely could be aliens down there.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yo, Bobby Witt Jr. So let's talk about this 23-year-old shortstop real fast. He gets a deal of a lifetime. He gets to run this contract 11 years. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, like
11 years.
Well, it's basically a 14-year deal up to $377 million. But what's interesting is that after the 2030 season, it becomes 4 years of his option and then the final 3 years is a team option. So basically, if he's playing like a mega star, he can opt out himself after 7 years of the deal and go get himself a fat contract, which would put him around like age 30.
Mm-hmm.
Or he hangs on, he gets to stay, maybe he's not doing as well, or the market's not looking for him. And then those last 3 years, it's up to the Royals where they want to pay him going forward for the last 3 seasons. So it's player then team option, which is really cool. I mean, like, that's definitely in Bobby Witt's favor, is that, yeah, here's for 7 years. I'm the cornerstone. I know that I'm going to be here for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a no trade clause in his contract as well. And then after that, it's up to him if he wants to stay for 4 years. But if he relinquishes that, the last 3 years is up to the Royals and maybe if his production, which is nice because you think about like Albert Pujols back in the day. I think the Angels would have opted out pretty damn quick.
Right. Well, if you break this deal down, right? So here's the full deal. In 2024, he'll get $2 million. 2025, he'll get $7 million, so on and so forth. But around year 2034, he'll get $35 million, and the player gets an option for 3 years, $89 million extension. That's crazy. That's a huge deal. That's nuts.
This kind of goes back to what I said last week. Where you have those big markets like your New York's, California's, Florida's, Texas. We all know this.
Yeah.
If you're someone like Seattle or Kansas City, Pittsburgh, any of these kind of smaller franchises, this is the way to do it. Pay the guy. You know this guy's going to be good.
I mean, what were his numbers last year?
Okay, so 276 in this day and age for batting average is pretty dang good. His on base is 319, OPS 814. But when you get down to like actual production, it's 97 runs, 30 homers, 96 ribbies, and 49 stolen bases.
You said 96 RI
ribbies, with not even like a really good team around him. So like you think if he was in like a New York or LA market, those numbers would probably be up to like 120 or something.
That's huge. 96 and 49 stolen bases.
I think that goes to say like
that's nuts.
What I love about baseball is the pitch clock that they introduced last year to speed the games up, but also making the bags bigger, so you can't focus. Stolen bases have gone up dramatically in this last season.
Huge percentage. I think it's like what 25.
So good for baseball. Like everyone loves a good stolen base.
100%.
So like
who doesn't
love 49? 49. Now, who abused that in Atlanta? Really badly.
Well, you have Ronald Acuna that did.
Acuna.
Ozzy Osbourne.
He had 70-some stolen bases.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
So he's gonna be their cornerstone in Kansas City for a good while. I also kind of wrote down some of the 2019 drafts inductees that were drafted with Bobby Witt. So you got what a class. I mean, you got Adley Rutschman, catcher from Baltimore.
Yep.
Got the team to the dang playoffs, with Baltimore has been dead forever. He's going to be incredible for a very long time. You got Bobby Witt went number 2 in that draft from Texas. Obviously, just got shelled, paid a ton of money. C.J. Abrams moved over to Washington. That kid's got a lot of speed. Can't hit for power. He's going to be a pretty good pro. Alec Mahano, yeah.
Dang it! Now you got me doing it.
Starting pitcher for Toronto. He's already made a All-Star game.
Yep.
Very good pitcher. Anthony Volpe.
Yep.
You know his name.
Anthony Volts.
Started for the Yankees at shortstop last year. And my favorite, George Kirby.
Yep, the Curbs.
The next Greg Maddux, in my opinion.
Amen.
So what a loaded draft class. And it's just kind of show you, like I meant earlier, it's like how they paid Witt. It's the same thing like Seattle. Like, let's give Julio the bag now and we keep him in the building for 10 years. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm digging the pitch clock. Y'all right. Make the game faster.
amazing.
I mean, yeah, dude. Like I agree with making it go a lot faster. The only thing that I would change is the one thing, and I know that you disagree with me on this, is the shift. I want them to bring the shift back because if we make the game go faster, let's make the shift look good.
No, I want you to be positionally great at every spot. Like second baseman, I don't want you to cheat the health of the shortstop. I want you to be good on your merits. I don't like the shift because what it does tactically it's great for baseball if you're bandaging and want to like stop people from hitting, but it's not good for the viewer.
Right.
And what we need the viewer is like hits. Look at like my favorite era of baseball is like the 80s, where you had a ton of stolen bases.
Yep.
You had a ton of people hitting over 300. The game moves. Everyone loves when people hit the ball and people are moving, getting people on base, putting pressure on the pitcher. I mean, this is all things we know, but like, it's just bringing that element back that I think baseball severely was missing. Is too long of a game, not enough hits, not enough stolen bases, and I think to rectify it is adding this pitch clock has done wonders for it. I'm really think baseball is starting to head in a good direction. I still think there's some tweaks they can do because baseball's so traditional, but this is a great start. Really great start.
Oh, yeah, I'm loving it. I love the way how baseball is now transitioning so much from how it looked back in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, how now we're having more contact hitters instead of having big home run hitters in games only being 3-0, 2-0, possibly 1-0. Now it's getting into the 6, 7, 8 tie game at like the bottom of like the 9th, and it's 9-9, and you need that one last home run to do so. And it's game time.
I think it's incredible. I think if you're a fan of the sport and you are watching it, I think it's really good because I don't need to see a dude scratch his balls, go out of the batter's box, readjust his gloves for like 3 or 4 times, and then like 20 seconds, 30 seconds for one stinking pitch. Like, it's horrible. No one
takes forever.
No one wants to watch this in a day, like in this era where we have sports. Your content, everything's in front of you immediately. Like everyone's so distracted, you can't have that going forward.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to add something. We had something really planned out here, and we do a weekly show here, and we don't get like breaking news.
Oh yeah, no, we don't get it like right away.
So
this is pretty cool.
This just popped up right before we were about to do the podcast, and that there's a merger happening for streaming services for sports, where we're now going to have ESPN, Fox, TBS, TNT, and I feel
Disney
like
Plus,
Warner Brothers merging as one sports streaming platform.
Awesome.
So now you can have all your live sports for the major ones. So I'm not talking like soccer and stuff like this. So like your NHL, NBL or Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, like you can find it all on one platform now. So basically, they're going to share the revenue. I'm sure that there'll be pricing at it, but to me, like I don't have cable. Like I don't need it. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I still want to watch sports. So the fact that maybe I may pay $15 to $20 a month to have just those channels,
I love it.
This is great news for sporting fans, man. Like literally, you're gonna get all the major sporting. You're not gonna get them all. You're still having to do your MLB packages, your NFL ticket to maybe see every game that's on, your NBA packages. But to get the big games, you're gonna have it all in one spot.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, I would do it for sure. Now that Xfinity did not get the NFL package, now I can figure something else out, you know? That's the whole reason why I got Xfinity, because I thought that, well, they're going to go ahead and pop this big contract. But YouTube and Google beat us to it.
$45, $60 a month probably from switching from cable if you're just a sports fan like I am. Like, that's all I want, really.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that's really cool, man. Like I don't have like too much. Apparently, like this is still in the works, so we're probably a couple months off from this, but that's definitely something cool coming forward.
Yeah.
So
That's really cool, man.
yeah. So with that being said, we are heading into a Super Bowl.
The prop bets.
Everyone loves the props. Now I didn't find any like really wonky ones, but we're just gonna kind of go down the list and just kind of, probably have a good idea of where we're leaning after this as far as our Super Bowl picks.
Now there are a couple on here that I'm looking at, and I'm like, damn, that would be a super fun bet to do just to actually see. Like most of mine are towards the end of the game. Pre-game and all that other stuff in the middle, I'm not really big about because it's during the game. That could screw up my whole entire ticket. I want to see, and I'll tell you which one it is. But there's one on this list that I'm going to be all over. So, Carson, let's start it off.
Okay, so how long will the national anthem be? You got Reba McEntire doing the national anthem.
Will it be under 90?
90.5 seconds is a minute and a half. Over, under. Who do you got?
I got to think of Reba. Oh, say, can you see? Okay, I'm going over.
Yeah.
Over. Over is Reba.
I don't always, like, I'm not trying to always agree, but, like, she hasn't been in the limelight for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's going to go out there and take her sweet time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a minute and a half. You drag out the extra consonants and vowels and when you're singing, and one of my least favorite parts of sporting events. But I guess if you have money on it, it's going to be very fascinating.
Yep, 100%. So the next one is, which is always one of my favorites. What will be the result of the coin flip? Will it be heads or will it be tails?
I lean one way every time with this thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tails.
It's heads.
Tails.
I know that time. Tails never fails, but I got heads.
Always tails.
No, dude, every time that I do a coin flip, I say heads and it lands on, I mean, I would do personally heads. And I think that, yeah, that's going to be heads.
I love that you might be able to go out there and drop $50K and lose on a 50-50 coin toss.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm telling you all, laugh out loud. Take Purdy over 12.5 rushing.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
Yeah. I would hammer that.
All day.
See, that's a good one, man. I don't think it's on this one, but I would say...
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
I mean, just... He cut the lines apart. Running around last week.
Well, I mean, dude, so... Derek, that's in our fantasy league, he is on Bovado. And I'm honestly considering being like, hey, man, I'm going to send you some cash. Put it on it.
This is kind of local here, but Georgia is in the process of opening the sports book up to us finally.
Yeah, dude, isn't that awesome?
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited too, man.
Now
I get to spend my days
everyone likes their
somewhere.
daily fantasy and stuff, but to me, I want to bet on teams.
Yeah.
That's more interesting to me. Like,
but now we have somewhere to hang out at with everybody, you know what I mean? And not having to drive to like someone's like home or something like that where it's so conjoined in like one little space.
I don't understand why things are illegal when everyone's doing it anyways.
Yeah.
Just make some money off it.
Makes no sense. Yeah. Just do your 100,000.
I don't want to say the most obvious one, but like people should do whatever the hell they want as long as they don't hurt no one.
Yeah, just pay your $100,000, give them the 20%. You're lucky you're not in Vegas where it's a little bit more than that, but hey, you know, it is what it is.
It's just silly. Like, it's 2024, guys.
For sure.
Wake up.
So, Karsten, this one's a big one too. Will the opening kickoff result in a touchback? Yes or no?
No.
Yes. Yes. It will reserve in a kickback, in a touchback. I say yes.
I don't think the San Francisco kicker is that great.
You don't think that he can launch that? Dude, you're hyped. It's the opening kickoff. If you win and you're that kicker, you're like, I'm putting this bad boy through the upright.
So here's my reason.
I'm telling you what's up, bro. Bam!
You boot it over.
Okay.
And you can put that on like the 1 yard line or like 1 foot in from the end zones.
Mm-hmm.
This dude's so amped up. Whoever the returner is so amped up. He's gonna run it. I don't care. And if you can get him to do that, and he only comes out and gets tackled like before the 25, that's a win. I could see definitely like, let's not kick it all the way out, but let's just kick it just enough where he comes out and loses 5 or 6 yards.
I think he's gonna spank it. I mean, I think both kickers have the ability to smash it out. I think they're gonna smash it out. I think they're literally gonna kick it outside, and it's gonna be a touchback.
That's one right there I wouldn't put money on.
No, I mean, like if I'm doing it for fun, I would go heads, yes, over 90 seconds and let it be done for the opening for sure. I wouldn't do like anything else.
Well,
besides the last one, it's my favorite one.
This one's a good one. What would be the results of the opening drive? A TD, field goal, punt, or other?
Punt.
I
think that both teams are going to come out too hyped. Patrick Mahomes isn't going to have the jitters. If he's on offense, then he's not going to have the jitters. But I think that San Francisco 49ers defense holds them.
I got a field goal. Is what I put.
I got punt.
I think whatever their opening scripts doesn't quite get in the end zone, but gets them 3 points.
Punt for sure. Just like weed.
There's a thing I didn't want to say necessarily, but yes, you're right, Z. You're on top of it, my friend.
Yes, sir. Love it. What will be the first turnover of the game? Will it be a fumble, an interception, or a turnover on downs? Now, we talked about this earlier. I want to know one thing. Is turnovers on downs meaning a 3 and out? Or is it a go for it on 4th down?
No, it's just
and
whenever
turn it
you
over?
turn it over.
I would literally to go with my what will result in the opening drive punt. I would have to do turnovers on downs.
If it was the Lions in here, turnovers on downs. You know Campbell's gonna go for it in the first quarter. I would highly bet that would be my bet.
I guarantee that he gets that first down.
I would be a high probability. I have fumble. I think something wonky is going to happen.
Okay.
I think they're going to play too conservative for an interception to start.
Oh, yeah. So we both have over 90 seconds. I have heads, you have tails. You have, will it result in a touchback in the opening kick? I have no, you have yes. I have punt.
No. That's the opposite. You have it as a touchback. I say no.
Oh, yes, it will be a touchback. He says no, it won't be a touchback. You have field goal. I have punt for the result of the opening drive. And then turnover on downs. What will be the first? Fumble, interception, or turnovers? You have fumble. I have turnover. Wow. Which team will score first? Karsten.
Okay, so the Chiefs win the tails toss, grab it, and hit a field goal.
So you got the Chiefs, I got the Niners.
Yeah.
Which team will reach 10 points first?
So that's where I changed them. I got the 49ers.
I have the 49ers all day.
I think the Chiefs take a lead, and then the Niners come back.
Now, this is a good one here. Which quarterback will throw the first touchdown pass? Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes?
Purdy. I think Mahomes too obvious.
I think Mahomes, it really depends here, okay? If Mahomes gets the ball second, he's scoring first. If Purdy gets the ball first, Purdy is not scoring a touchdown pass. Christian McCaffrey will run it in, so I got Mahomes. For sure, Mahomes. 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping and praying that Mahomes doesn't get the ball first. That's the only thing. Because then it will ruin everything that I have going on. Literally everything that I have going on, it will ruin.
So basically, like how the questioning is like, I got the Niners up 3-0, or Chiefs up 3-0, and then the Niners coming down and scoring a touchdown, so it's 7-3.
Okay. Will either team score in the final 2 minutes of the first half? Answer yes or no. Karsten,
yes.
You say yes? Who? I'm going to say yes as well.
the game slows down so much with all the timeouts, and you can cover 90 yards in 30 seconds. Like, easily, I could see a field goal going in the last 2 minutes. But yeah, 100%.
So now
that would probably be one of my most confident picks on here.
Oh yeah, for sure, hands down. But these next two are a weird one. 10 and 11. How many songs will Usher perform at halftime? For me, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. But I know Usher has a lot of good songs.
I
Usher
got
has
under
a
8.5.
You have under 8.5. I think that it would be over. I mean, you have to think of...
That's kind of like DJing it, right? So he sings like a minute of his song and then we're flipping to a new one.
But you also have to look at the next question as well. Will Ludacris make an appearance at the halftime show? Absolutely, because he's in 3 different songs with Usher, and they're both from Atlanta.
I forgot that the Super Bowl's in Vegas.
Yep.
Usher's at Vegas.
Yeah, they're all in Vegas right now.
No, I mean, Ludacris is going to be down in Vegas.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like, hey, do you want to come and sing at the Super Bowl in Vegas? Yeah, sign me up. I'm coming right away.
Yep.
Yeah, that one to me is an easy one.
For sure. How many players will attempt a pass?
I have under, so the over-under is 2.5.
So what they mean by how many players will attempt a pass, like as in, I'm a flea flicker over it to Greg Jennings and Jennings throws it?
Basically, I look at it as like non-QB.
Yeah. Under for sure, under.
Yeah, I have under on that.
Will there be a missed field goal, yes or no?
Yes.
Under. Whew. I say no. I don't think there's going to be a missed field goal.
I definitely think so.
I don't think so. There's no way it comes down to the line. This is the game for you.
I don't like the Niners kicker.
I don't either. I do not either.
He's gonna shank one.
Oh, maybe, but again, I don't know.
I mean, there might not even be a field goal attempt.
There may not even be one. They might just be all punts and touchdowns. You never know. Who will finish with more passing yards? Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy.
I went Patrick.
Ooh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Ooh. Guys, look, I am Team 49ers this time. But I'm sorry. Carson, I have to agree with you on this. Patrick Mahomes is going to have more, for sure. For sure have more. For sure.
Maybe Purdy hits like McCaffrey and a screen and he runs up and gets 60, 70 real quick or something like that. Definitely an error, but Mahomes, and I'm just going to go with the better QB every time who has more passing yards.
But who will finish with more rushing yards, Christian McCaffrey or Isaiah Pacheco?
That's a close one. I really think it's going to be really close, but I'm going with CMC.
You know,
I think that's going to be a very vocal point of the Niners attack this week.
I'm looking at 2 things here. I'm looking at who is going to help Chris Jones, who is going to help Bolton. Who are the other 2 that are going to step up? Snead is going to be too busy with Deebo Samuels or Brandon Ayuk. So if I had to choose here, just based off of the defense, I got to go CMC because you have Chase Young, you have Bosa, you have Fred Warner, you have Greenlap, you have Ward. You have a lot of big hitting players on the other side.
I could see Pacheco getting more rushing attempts.
Oh, for sure. 20 plus.
Yeah.
Give it to him. 20 plus. Yes, I agree.
We're not in the preview, but I think Pacheco is like the X factor in this game. I really do. So, but I think McCaffrey's ability to make big plays after big plays, and
I think Brandon Ayuk is the one that is going to be the biggest X factor out of all of them because he's going to have to show up tomorrow on Sunday night. He's going to have to show up.
I think
he's going to have to.
This might be a fast Super Bowl. Now I think about it because I think both teams want to run the ball.
Yeah, because look at the cornerbacks who you have on the other side. Look at the corners. You have lockdown corners on both sides of the ball. You have on
the Niners
Kansas
defense
City.
Isn't like great or secondary, but they have incredible defensive line and linebackers. Yeah. But Detroit exposed the Niners last week quite a bit with the rushing attacks. So I'm expecting quite a bit of running in this Super Bowl.
Now this is a nice one here. This is a really nice one. Who will finish with more receiving yards? Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, Travis Kelce, but I'm going to put other for that category as well. Because, remember, you have Rashid Rice over there. You have Watson. You have Greg Jennings, Isaiah Pacheco, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. Look, man, there's a lot that's going to go on. What do you have here as far as receiving yards?
Most receiving yards? Kelsey.
You think Travis Kelce is going to have over 100?
Yeah.
I think he's going to have under 100 too. But I personally feel...
And that's being said, like, it's going to be a very difficult day for Travis. I mean, Fred Warner.
Monster.
Is it Greenwall?
Greenwall? Monster.
I mean, they had the right guys to defend Kelce, but Kelsey's such a special talent, and Mahomes is always going to look his way. I mean, what did he have? 11 catches in the first half, and
116 yards at the end of the game too. Like, jeez.
So I think those receiving yards are going to be down a little bit because, like I said, I expect a lot of running in this game. So I think Kelce kind of squeaks it out. But if I was pressed, I think Ayuk, because he's that guy that's going to catch a 40 to 60 yard pass out of nowhere.
I mean, look at what he did against Detroit. Look at what he did against the oh my gosh, against the Raiders. Look at what he did against, so on and so forth. I can't really remember off the top of my head, man, but like he had over 1,000 yards with 7-8 touchdowns this year. I mean, he had over 100 yards in 5 or 6 game stretch. Ayuk is the one that's going to have to step up. Travis Kelce is going to have the most receiving yards based off of favoritism of Patrick Mahomes. Even though I did say Rashid Rice is a possibility on this list too.
Well, I've heard some analysts talk a little bit. I don't remember who it is. So it's not an original point by me, but like, I guess like the connection that Mahomes and Kelce has is like, I'm gonna throw it here, but Kelce does whatever he can to get there. It's not gonna be like him just going up like this and then cutting. He might like run around a dude, but as long as he's right there, that ball is going to be right where they had that awesome connection.
Oh yeah.
You could have the best linebackers in the world, and I still think that Kelsey's going to be very prominent in this game.
In order to be a receiver in today's day and age, you have to be a Tyreek Hill. You have to run around in circles. You have to play like you're playing knockout 3v3 where your homie's the quarterback and then you're the defense and then you're the I mean, you have to be able to do that in today's day and age, and it is proving and it is showing. Look at Scary Terry. It's not happening for him this year. Look at what's his name over there at the Jets, Wilson. Look at what's happening to him. You know what I mean? Nico Collins and Tank Dell are running around like they're flipping Tyreek Hill out there. That's why they're looking so good. Again, Brandon Ayuk has to be the Tyreek of this Super Bowl. Run around in circles, let Deebo do his little routes because he's a big body built, tough guy. But again, I agree with Travis. Who will win Super Bowl 58?
Wow, like it's just like cutting right to the point.
Oh yeah.
Hey, point 17. Out of nowhere. Who's winning this thing? Okay. David knows how I feel about this.
Yeah.
I want the Chiefs to win. I really do. Only because I really don't. I've said for the last week or so, this is not a great Super Bowl for me. I don't want to see either team win, if that's an option. But they're playing the 49ers. So I'm pro Chiefs this week, or this Super Bowl. But I got the Niners winning.
I'm rooting for the Niners hands down because they beat Detroit. I have to say this as well. I want Brock Purdy to win because of 2 reasons. One, I love CMC. I think that CMC is the most deserving player in this Super Bowl that deserves a ring. Getting drafted to the Carolina Panthers, doing wonders over there, getting hurt, out for a year and a half, comes back, gets traded week 2, comes over to the Niners. Brock Purdy goes down last year. Now it's Brock Purdy's time to say, look, I'm here. I'm ready to go. I got the 49ers winning. And the other second reason is because I have a Brock Purdy mosaic pink, that camo that needs to go up in value. So please, Brock Purdy, win this game for me and be Super Bowl MVP. Thank you. That's all I'm asking. I don't want nothing for Christmas.
Yeah, no.
Just make that happen for me just one time.
I hear you, man. I mean, you know, if you can make a lot of cash off it, good for you.
Yeah.
No, I hate the Niners.
We know you hate the Niners. We all know. We hear you say it. So here we go.
But I got them winning. That's a crazy part.
Yeah, 100%. I got the Niners winning too. You got to look at both sides of the ball here. Whose wide receivers are better?
Oh.
Who's
the Niners.
No, okay, whose quarterback is better?
Oh, Kansas City for sure.
Okay, so there's 1-1. Whose running back is better?
Niners.
Okay, Niners are 1-2. Whose offensive line is better?
That's been George Pickens. Wow. Oh, hang on. So we'll finish this real quick. I hear you, David. What was the next question?
Okay, so we had quarterback. So you gave it to, okay, who's a better wide receiver? Who's a better running back? Who has a better defense?
Ooh, I'm on Kansas City.
Okay, this is your prop. I will let you have that. Whose secondary or whose defensive line is better?
49ers.
Whose middle linebackers are better?
49ers.
Whose secondary is better?
When I say that, the gap's not that
no,
gigantic.
It's not. But
I think Kansas City's secondary is superior to the 49ers secondary.
So you're going KC? Okay. So that's 3-4. Okay? That is 7 out of the 4. You lean towards the 49ers. 49ers are winning this strictly based off of the roster and the names that they have on that roster because they're all supreme athletes. This is the best of the best that they're going up against. Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks in today's day and age. I think that he is the number one. He is the best quarterback across the board in today's day and age. But you also have to look at the defense that he's going up against because what does defensive players do? What does defense do? They win championships. I thought you were going to finish my sentence. That's why I pointed to you like.
I dropped the ball, guys. I don't even know if that statement's true anymore. But
what happened last year, though? Last Super Bowl. Defense won the Super Bowl for the Chiefs. The year before that, Tampa Bay's defense shut down. No, not last year.
That was Eagles Chiefs last year.
Right. And then who won the Super Bowl the year before that? The Rams, shutting down Joe Burrow. Rams win. Then the year before that, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense shut down who? Tyreek Hill. Travis Kelce. Shut them down. Defense wins championships. This is the championship. Defense is winning that championship.
But I think both their defenses are about equal. That's a problem.
I don't see it. I only see 3 players on that team in the strong, in the front 4, the linebacking, and then the secondary. There's only 3 that I see.
They made the Ravens' offense look like crap, and that offense was humming.
Well, but I also look at the Baltimore Ravens too. The Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion, only has Zay Flowers as a running back, or I'm sorry, as a wide receiver.
Should we address this here, David?
What?
David?
Thoughts on
Thoughts on George Pickens? Go get him a QB.
No, just trade him and let him go. Let him go somewhere else and let's see how good he really does. Because he's not the only one over there doing anything. Like, Dante Johnson is now 30 years old. They're not going to re-sign him again. He's going to go on his own. George is going to have to sit back, relax, and wait. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have to go out and get an offensive line in order to protect Pickens.
No, I got a plan for you, Pittsburgh.
Let me hear the plan.
Russell Wilson. Keep Pickens.
There's a lot of things.
Good defense. Pretty good running game. Good offensive line.
Do you know what I heard? I heard that.
Put Russell back there. Russell
is going to Atlanta.
He played very well this year.
Russell is coming to Atlanta. He's not going anywhere else besides Atlanta. They're going to trade. It's going to be a terrible trade, but it's going to.
It's not a terrible trade. You can't be in 2.
Man had 4.
Yeah, he was incredible that game.
But that's in one game, though. That's in one game. And Randy Moss's stats were 3 receptions for 163 yards for 3 touchdowns. 3 receptions on consistent, didn't even get tackled one time. Scored a consistent 3 times.
David, I want you to push back on David real quick.
3 times.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
3 times. Randy Moss. No. Yes. Okay. I see what you're saying. Crap. All right, guys. We'll be right back. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Here we go. Hold on.
It's okay. I can lean a little over here and talk a little louder.
We're having technical difficulties. Dang.
Speaking of props, we should probably always have one at like 1.5. How many times I have to go to the bathroom during our show?
And people can for sure. Yo, my bad, guys. I don't know what's going on. These cameras, man, they're super weird. They follow your movement.
I liked it though. When he ran over here, it followed him all the way over.
Yeah, but then it shows the door, everything.
That's okay, David. We're in a room.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Oh well. Anyways, back to the Super Bowl 58. Who's winning? I got the Niners. Who you got?
Oh, so what was the one we're on right now?
We're on
who won the
17,
Super Bowl?
Yep.
We're in agreement.
Awesome. How many points will be scored? Over under 47.
Before there was prop bets and all this stuff, my always opinion, and I tell everyone my favorite bet of the entire year is always taking the under in the Super Bowl. Always. Now, it doesn't mean that it always hits, but
this one might be a little different.
When the magnitude of the game is so high, it's like a boxing match, and these guys are kind of trading jabs, right, in the first quarter. There's not usually a lot of scoring in the first quarter. Maybe not even in the first half. If you're going to see a lot of scoring, it generally comes down to the second half when the magnitude of the game's calmed down and people are tired and you start seeing the ball flinging around. But generally, in the first quarter, first half, I don't usually see scores that are more like 14-10, maybe tops, So I always like the under, and I really do think this is going to be more of a low-scoring game because I do feel like both teams are going to run the ball a lot, and both defenses are pretty good. And I don't really think either team's offenses are super exceptional. They're very, very good. Don't get me wrong, but they're not. These aren't historic offenses that we've seen in the past coming to the Super Bowl by any stretch.
Well, so
this isn't like the first Chiefs run with Tyreek Hill.
No, you're right. But when Tyreek did win with Mahomes, when Mahomes came back, he lost 10-30 something, correct? It was 10-31 or something along those lines. So the way how I look at it is this way. I think that this is going to be an over 47. I think that both teams are going to score a very, very high amount of points. And I think it's going to be over 47 for sure. But this next one's my favorite. This is my favorite one, Karsten. What Gatorade color will be poured on the winning coach? Orange, blue, red, or other?
Oh, this one seems like a lock.
Mm-hmm.
This one seems to me to be a lock. if I had to put money on it, red all day.
Red?
Yes.
I think it's
Both teams wear the color red. There's no reason that Gatorade is not coming out red.
I love it. I think it's gonna be other. I think it's gonna be purple. I think it's gonna be purple, man, because the background logo of the 58 Super Bowl is purple and red.
If they don't use red, it's a mistake.
All right. Who will win Super Bowl MVP? Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes, or other?
I have other.
I have other too. I think it will be CMC or Travis Kelce. It's one
Yeah,
of the two.
it really comes down to. I don't think it's gonna be QB this year. My first initial thoughts was Kelce.
Yep.
But if the Niners win, I know you can't hedge it. So I'll initially take Kelce to say I'm wrong or right.
Right.
But if the Niners win, I think it's gonna be Christian McCaffrey.
Oh
all
yeah,
day.
it's
They're not
McCaffrey.
giving that to Purdy unless he is lights out, and I don't see that from him.
3 touchdowns.
I think he'll be good enough to win the game, but unless he's lights out, forget
3
it.
touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 25 for 30, and he's got to have over 300 yards. Yeah, I mean, I hope that it's Brock Purdy, but I think that it's going to be CMC. But Carson, I have a big question for you. You ready to hear this one?
Yeah.
Will Travis Kelce propose to T Swift and all the little Swifties out there in the world that are going to be watching this game? This is going to be the biggest Super Bowl in a very long time. I guarantee that every single Swiftie fan is going to tune in just to watch and see Taylor Swift's face.
I
So what do you
say
think?
no.
I'm saying, oh man, dude, this one is hard.
All right, listen.
This is a platform. The biggest platform. They've been doing it all year.
It really comes down to: do you think this is a contrived? Like they're really hanging out to be? Why would? I think this relationship's real because Taylor Swift does not need Travis Kelce to be famous. She's already gonna be going down as the one of the 4 or 5 most popular artists of all time. So I think the relationship is actually real, and if I'm on those same long lines, I'm not rushing in. And after they've been dating since August,
Like 4 months.
That's too early. It's too
like
early
around
in my opinion.
4 months, man.
I don't see it. Maybe it's possible, but I would say no. I would definitely say no.
Dude, no. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. No, I don't think so either. I think he might be like, Taylor Swift, I love you.
Yeah, that'd be
Will you
really
marry
cool on the
me?"
big stage, but he wasn't even at the Grammys yesterday. So obviously they know how to play this a little better than what most people probably.
Yeah,
want.
but he's also in Las Vegas getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey. I'll see you at the next one. But right now, I have to do me.
I don't see a proposal coming up. Sorry, Swifties.
I don't either.
Not that it won't happen at some point, but that's really early in a relationship.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, let's move on to.
So I feel like that list just basically gave you a preview of the Super Bowl. It kind of did 2 things in once.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we were going to preview this, but I think maybe we could just tack on a little bit on what we think about the game. But I don't think those questions really cut into kind of how I think we feel about the game.
Yeah.
So basically we were going to preview this game, and I think we can still touch on it a little bit here for sure.
Yeah. Well, I will say this though. There are 2 big injuries for the Chiefs that have made really big progress over here. Is McKenna and Sky Moore. They're both out for the game. They're not going to be playing at all. Now, let me ask you this question.
I don't know if that's a devastating blow to the Chiefs.
But it's pretty big, though, if you think about it, because my next thing was going to be, do you think that Tony plays in this game? Does Kadarius Toney play in this game.
Oh, because he was supposedly hurt last.
And again, Sky Moore is out.
I haven't seen anything, and he's not on an injury report, so I would assume he's going to be there.
Well, he's gonna be there for sure.
No, but if he's ready to play, yeah, they'll put him on the field maybe a couple times.
And just say don't pass, and Mahomes will be like, I'm not passing.
Well,
the
if he
ball.
doesn't throw to him, he doesn't throw to him. But he's not going to be on that field doing Deebo Samuel numbers. He ain't going to be doing 30. Like, he's probably be out there 5 or 6 times. Now, if he gets on fire early on, yeah, roll him out there. I think last year, if we're talking about the Chiefs, McKinnon injury probably been a little more devastating, but Pacheco's really stepped it up, and I don't necessarily think they need him as much.
I mean, you do still have Clyde
You still would like to
Edwards-Helaire.
have your whole team on the field, but like Sky Moore, really.
You still have Clyde Edwards. You know,
the only reason that people think that Sky Moore is great is because he got drafted in the first round. That's it.
Yep. I agree.
Like, it doesn't. Just because you get where you get drafted doesn't mean you're a great player. And I haven't seen or read anything that makes him going to be a game changer regardless.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree with you.
I do like that both teams are going to be pretty much healthy coming into the game. So
Oh, yeah.
you can't look at it and be like, oh, Debo's out.
Yep.
So.
But, I mean, they have San Fran minus 2.5. They have minus 124 on the money line. Plus 104 money line for the KFC. Or KC. Said KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken is the chicken. But yeah, so anyways, dude, I mean, for me, there's really nothing much for me to say. I mean, I think we said everything like in the last
That's
segment.
the thing. Like, I didn't realize that would have taken care of a lot of it. I was telling David a little earlier, like, if I had an X factor for the game, I think it's going to be Pacheco.
Yep.
I think if they can get him going, it's going to cause a lot of problems for the Niners. A lot of ball control. Like I said, low-scoring game is how I see this. And I've been guilty of being wrong many, many times. So that's definitely... But I see, like, if he can get them running... He ran it, like 25 times last time against the Ravens? Huge.
Oh,
So
yeah, it's big. Really
there's not a lot more I can add, guys. I'm not, like... sitting down with the all 22 and breaking down the game in that sense.
Yeah, I know.
But as a sports fan, I got the Niners.
I mean, we kind of already did, though.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I got the Niners.
Yeah.
I'm not rooting for them, but I got the Niners winning this thing.
100%, man. So...
Well, I guess I'll finish up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we talked about Super Bowl awards. We talked about... all of that. But let's talk about the 2023 NFL awards, like most valuable player, rookie of the year, offense, defense, player of the year, so on and so forth. If I named the most valuable players right now and today, who would you name?
The most valuable players? Instantly, Mahomes comes to my mind. Like, he's kind of like in that Jordan range where, like, he's always should be in the conversation. Because if you really break it down, who is the most important guy to the team? This is not how it works. Trust me, it's not how it works. But Mahomes should always be in that conversation. But for me, like, who do you got?
So if I had to pick right now my top 5, Tyreek Hill, and this isn't in order, Tyreek Hill, CMC, give me Purdy, give me, of course, Patrick Mahomes. And to be honest with you, man, if I had to put one more on there, I would have to go Jared Goff.
Well, you're putting your finalists, right? You didn't give me who's winning it.
Oh, man, CMC.
I disagree.
If you say Lamar,
I think it's gonna be Lamar.
you're out of your...
Yeah, but I'm going to be right.
How dare you think that...
You know I'm going to be right.
Lamar... No, you're not going to be right. You want to know why I'm going to tell you why you're not going to be right? Because Lamar Jackson is nothing better than a second-string quarterback because you can't throw for 4,000 yards, and you're telling me that right now Lamar Jackson is going to be the MVP. He's going to be MVP again. No, you're going to be MVP because you ran the ball and you don't know how to do anything else on the field besides lose. You choked. You had so many opportunities, just like Josh Allen. Josh Allen had so many opportunities in that game as well against the Chiefs. And what did he do? He choked. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson deserves not to be on this list. Jared Goff gets to deserve to be on this list for one solid reason. Is because he took a bum-ass Detroit Lions team to the damn NFC Championship, almost a Super Bowl. If Dan Campbell would have just stuck to his guns, which he did,
He did.
just kick the damn field goals.
No, he stuck to his guns and went for it.
That's what I'm saying. That's not what I meant. But you're telling me this right now, man. If Campbell just would have kicked the field goal, we would have been talking about a completely different ball game. A completely different game. For Lamar Jackson to be on this list is a disgrace.
David.
Then you might as well put Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs should have won last year.
How dare you, buddy?
How dare you put Lamar Jackson in this conversation?
First and foremost, you're forgetting this is a regular season award.
I don't
Not
care
the playoffs.
what it is. Lamar shouldn't even be on the list then. It should be Christian McCaffrey. How many times did Christian McCaffrey score? Tell me right now. Consistently. He was going to be what? The only player in NFL history to have the most consecutive touchdowns in a season?
I listen, man.
Tyreek Hill doing 2,000 yards almost as a wide receiver? Brock Purdy being the last pick almost in the draft to bringing this team to where it's at today? You're going to put Lamar Jackson over those three?
2-time MVP.
I think C.J. Stroud should be in front of Lamar Jackson. Look at what he did as a rookie, and he lost Tank Dell, his favorite receiver, and still put up mad numbers. Lamar Jackson is not to be talked about on this list. Sorry, Baltimore.
I don't think you're sorry. And second of all,
No, I'm sorry to the fan base. I really am. I'm not sorry to Lamar. I'm sorry to the fan base that I have to come out of nowhere with this home run hit that you just threw me a softball for.
well, I think they should be more sorry that Mike McDonald is going to Seattle.
Yeah, goodbye. We'll see you in Seattle.
I think Lamar's going to win it. I'll just leave it at that.
CMC needs to take it.
Because I have Christian McCaffrey winning this next award.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So we have so many players out there that deserve this. There's a lot of them that deserve this.
Offensive player, me. They might as well just call the MVP the quarterback award, and the offensive player of the year award be like everyone else. So that's how I look at the award, because I don't even remember the last dude that wasn't a QB to win MVP. You have to go back a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got to go back far. I think Adrian Peterson won it.
So I'm taking QBs out of this award immediately because they're not going to give it to him. Like, you're not going to win Offensive Player of the Year when you're a QB because you could have won the MVP.
Man, to be honest with you, Jared Goff, Offensive Player of the Year.
I disagree. I think
Because
it's Christian
CMC,
McCaffrey.
Nope, CMC, most valuable player. MVP. Let's go, baby.
Tyreek has a strong case. A very strong case.
I mean, sure, but Tyreek would win it every year if that was the case.
I think I give it to Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to stick to my guns on that
All
one.
right.
He's awesome.
I got Jared.
Just plays for the wrong team.
Defensive Player of the Year. I got you on this one. Give me Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett. Takers? Anybody? Anybody? Going once?
I can't argue on that.
Going twice? Sold. Myles Garrett. I love it.
Cleveland's defense was incredible this year.
Oh, yeah. So
he's a big part of it.
This is a huge one. I think that we're going to have a really good debate on this one. I love it. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I think I could tell you who I think's gonna win, but I'll tell you who I think should win it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I think C.J. Stroud's going to win it.
100%.
However, I think Puka Nacua should definitely win this award.
Now, I do agree with you. Puka, Sam Laporta, they should be in the top conversation because they both broke records this year. I think that Puka is very, very well deserving of this, but when you look at C.J. Stroud, I think C.J. Stroud is going to have more of a fighting chance at this one. I think that everyone is going to vote C.J., but if it was me, I would vote Puka. For sure, I would.
He has the most.
Puka.
He has all the records now for a rookie receiver.
Yeah.
Not only that, he showed up in the playoffs against the Lions and had an awesome game.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about Cooper Kupp, and he supplanted him. We're talking about
But
a dude
Cooper
that
has
went
been
over.
injured a lot.
I know,
though.
but literally, get out of the way. I'm the man now in my rookie year. And it's just incredible. I mean, that Rams team to me
I think everyone
had no business to be as good as they were this year. Not one. They shouldn't even sniff the damn playoffs this year, in my opinion.
But they had super good players. They had
but
Williams.
They did not have super great players coming into the
Williams
season.
was a show-off running. Okay, yes, you're 100% correct. I do give you that. But whenever we talk about Patrick Mahomes, you have to talk about Cooper.
I mean,
Kupp
we
in
can
the
talk
same-
about it how it happened. Yes, you're right. They did. But before the season started, that was not the case. I was thinking the Rams were being like a 7-10 type of team, maybe 8-win
6-11.
team. Yeah, and that. Now they weren't that much better than that, but guys, watch that team towards the end of the season. They were awesome.
Yeah,
they were awesome. I really, I didn't want to tell them at the time, but I really thought the Rams were gonna go to
I thought the
Detroit
Rams
and
were gonna
beat
beat Detroit too. 100%.
I was like, man, that is not a good matchup, and they came really close.
Dude, I agree, but again, C.J. Stroud that doesn't have that great of a team. Look at what he did. Rookie year, he took that Houston's team that hasn't been to the playoffs in a very
I think I told you. I think
long
Stroud's
time.
going to win it. I'm just saying Puka had the greatest receiving.
Yep. I agree.
Stroud's up there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, listen. To have anyone on that list.
Right.
Awesome.
Sam Laporta, I'm not discrediting him. I think what they're going to do is that they're going to have to give it to a Detroit Lions on one of them. They're going to have to give it to a Lions on one of the first three. They have to. They have to, right?
No? All
right. Defensive player. Defensive rookie. Who do you got?
Homer pick.
Let me hear it.
Devin Witherspoon.
Oh, I cannot disagree. That's who my pick was.
He was he was awesome.
Sorry for cussing.
Yeah, sorry again. It just slips. He proved that he was one of the best corners in the league immediately. He has a swagger. He is that. He is the man. You talk Seattle players talking about him. He is the most competitive dude in the building. Out of the gate. When Mike McDaniel was doing his introductory post conference, essentially talking to the media and letting them what I'm about to do. One of the only few people, he was like, "I'm super looking forward to coaching Devin Witherspoon. Take it for what it is, but that man is bad. I think he's already number 1, number 2, number 3, wherever you want to put him, but he's in that top 5 already as corners that.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird, because you can put him in the slot, you can put him on the edge.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
You can put him on a blitz, you can put him in the deep, you
that
can put him
guy
in cover 4,
has
cover 2, cover 3.
ultra confidence.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Ultra confidence, and he plays it. I love Witherspoon. When we drafted him, I think me, David, and Jim were hanging out, our buddy Jim, and we were watching the draft last year, and I was like, Jalen Carter, which had an awesome year, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away from him. And
I would say
Seattle picked Devin, and I was like, okay. And then I looked a little bit into it, and I was like, oh, Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a lockdown dude immediately, so.
I mean, I think that the second runner-up could be Will Anderson or Jalen Carter for sure, but I mean, I think Devin Witherspoon wins it.
Can you take a number one receiver off their team and make him who's a team that has a lot of great second receivers? It's kind of like how we were talking about last week with T. Higgins.
I mean,
that's difficult because at least we're shutting down Jamar, but they have a great second. But not a lot of teams have a truly great second receiver.
I mean, you can look at down in Tampa. You can do Miami. You can do Houston. Houston has a really good one. You can do the Chargers. I mean, that's pretty much the only teams that I can think of off the top of my head, unless you want to get into, what's their face? The Bills. You have Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs. And I agree with you. I think Witherspoon is
watch him in McDonald's system coming up, man. It's going to be something special for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Comeback player of the year. Of course, we already know who it's going to go to is Damar Hamlin. He played a couple of snaps. They're going to give it to him after what happened. If it was me, I go Baker Mayfield.
This award's weird because how are we defining it? You just didn't play or didn't play well before and came back, or is it because you came from injury? And I always kind of always look at it as like coming back from bad injury. So the fact that Damar Hamilton came out and played,
Hamlin.
I think he's gonna win the award. I kind of agree with you though. Like, by the way, why is Tua on this list?
Well, because Tua had 2 super big concussions and was out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he still played pretty good the year before.
Yeah. No. I do agree with you with that one. Matthew Stafford, I'm thinking the same thing in my head. Why is he on here? But then again, I think Joe Flacco. But Flacco has played, though. He
literally went on Twitter and said, I shouldn't win this award. I just came back because I was old. Yeah, you're right.
Baker Mayfield should be the head honcho, but they're going to give it to Hamlin.
I guess Baker being a backup for the Rams the year prior and doing what he did, I agree. I think I would like Baker to win this award because I really like Baker. But I think DeMar's probably going to win it.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree with you. Now, let me ask you this.
I don't even have the candidate that I want to pick. It's not even on the list.
But this is my next question, though. So we're going to answer this 2 ways. Who is going to win Coach of the Year, and who's going to win Assistant Coach of the Year?
Okay. You go and pick Coach of the Year, because I don't have one that's on the list, and I already know who you're taking.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it again. Dan Campbell. Wait, Carson, hold on. Dan Campbell. Wait. Dan Campbell. For sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Mike McDonald is going to win Assistant Coach of the Year.
So the candidates that they have as finalists here are Dan Campbell, John Harbaugh, DeMarco Ryans, which is a really good one too, Kyle Shanahan, Kevin Stefanski. I'm taking someone off the board. I think the Coach of the Year should be to Sean McVay with the Rams.
Dan Campbell. Wait, hold on, Carson. Dan Campbell.
To turn a team that was completely gutted of first-round picks.
Yeah.
That either retired or moved on. They don't have anything draft capital, and then bring in the Williams and Pukuka.
Okay.
To be a team that's super ultra competitive down the end, I would think it was just on fire. That easily could have won that Lions game, and I think really would have given the Niners everything they could have handled. To take a team where they literally mortgaged the future a couple years to win the Super Bowl, and knowing that there ain't going to be no one around, and then have him. I just think the world of Sean McVay.
Yeah.
I hate that he's in my division. But he's flipping awesome. He's an awesome guy.
I'm gonna change mine here. Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, Detroit. Let's go.
So you're going to assistant.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing Ben Johnson, Assistant Coach of the Year, and then I'm doing Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year.
So I got Sean McVay and Mike McDaniel.
Awesome.
No surprises there, right?
No.
His defense was awesome this year. Awesome. Shut down the Kansas City Chiefs to 0 points in the second half. Yeah, I will save this for a later show, but like
Lamar Jackson is
that Mike McDaniel hire for the Seahawks.
Oh yeah, great.
Flipping awesome, awesome. I can't describe to you how much I've been under 14 years of Pete Carroll. I love Pete. He's one of my favorite coaches of all time. We're going to see a whole brand new style of Seahawks coming up here shortly. And if we can get Ryan Grubbs, the Washington OC from the...
Or Eric Bieniemy.
Oh, my God. Like,
you guys got
just going to see
Bieniemy?
a wild offense with a very innovative, crazy defense. Let's go, Hawks.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, look, man, I couldn't agree more with the Mike McDaniel pickup, but... I just want to just touch on this real quick before we end the show. Lamar Jackson had 3,678 yards passing with 28 touchdowns, and he deserves to be MVP. That's insane. 3,678 yards passing. That's nuts. All because he ran for 821 yards. That's crazy. That's nuts. I'm done. Football season is now over after Sunday, and we will no longer have to talk about it until April.
He's lying to you.
No, football season's over. Sorry, Lamar. Not sorry. 3,600 yards. Pathetic.
I don't know what that man did to you.
Nothing. He did absolutely nothing. He did absolutely nothing. I'm just sick and... hold on. I will tell you why. Because
let's
of people
end
that
this podcast on a bang here.
Because of the people that are out there in this world that literally think that Lamar Jackson is a top 5, top 3, top 5, top 10, top 15 quarterback in today's day and age. You're nuts. I watch all of these TikTok guys that come out on live streams and literally have their top 32 quarterbacks, and they have Lamar Jackson over Patrick Mahomes.
Well, that's ridiculous.
They have Lamar Jackson over players that have thrown for 4,000 plus yards that literally have 7 to 8 to even 900 yards more than him this year.
It's
You
not just
put
passing
him
yards,
top
my
3.
friend. Like, I disagree.
Dude, that defense carried him, and that defense is going to keep carrying him. They better start signing No, I'm done now. Lamar Jackson is
I'm going to try to get out of the way of this. Listen, I think he's a top 5 guy.
Carson is now fired, everybody. Say goodbye.
It's been fun.
Just kidding, buddy.
I have a cartoon coming of me here soon.
Oh, yeah, guys. Dude, I forgot to
Can we show... No, we can show it here, can't we? The clip that
Nope.
you made?
I have to wait.
We can't do it?
Nope, I have to wait.
I literally got a YouTube clip made of me.
Uh-huh.
And getting a cartoon made of me.
Yep. Guys, we're getting cartoons made of us.
I'm coming up in this world, my friends. Like,
Yep.
I'm very excited. It's been very fun.
Oh yeah, dude, this is gonna be huge, bro. Like this is gonna be awesome. I'm telling you this right now. This show is now going to be so booming after what all of the ideas that we have coming in. And Carson, dude, you're gonna be like, what is all of this? What the hell did you make me into?
It's been a hell of a process, guys. Literally starting from no experience to having quite a few shows under our belt at this point. But it's, like to get up in front of a camera and talk sports takes when we're not paid to do this is really wild. And it's been really fun. And I'm glad you guys have been hopefully enjoying and keep coming back because this obviously I just think that we're going to get better as we go.
Yeah, we love it.
And I would, if anything you can do for us, I don't care about the subscribe. I would love if you did that.
Oh yeah.
But if I'm being honest, the most important thing you could do is just leave a comment with some construction or just some feedback.
Tell us what you guys want to see. This is your show. It's not ours.
Let
it's
us
yours.
know where you want this where you want us to point this podcast. We'd be more than happy to more lean that direction. Of course, we're going to always kind of go to where we want to go, but I want the feedback. Like, am I not being loud enough? Am I not being ecstatic enough for you? Like, let me know, because the most important thing to me anyways, I can't speak for David, but I'm sure he's probably can agree with me, is that I just want to make this entertaining for y'all.
Yeah, dude, 100%.
So feedback is crucial for us right now. So more than our subscribers or anything, please leave us a comment and let us know what you'd like to see, what we could do better.
Oh yeah.
Like all that's going to help move this forward for all of us, and I really appreciate all of you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, guys, thank you all so much. Number 2 in the books.
Yeah.
For this year. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Obviously, next week, I already to give you guys kind of a peek of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
To talk about what actually happened. I'm very excited.
Just wait.
The Super Bowl, man.
Oh, yeah. The Super Bowl's coming up.
This is it. And
the cartoon that we're being made for our new logo is coming up. We already got it all ready, man. It's ready
I'm
to go.
sure there's going to be quite a bit of things going to happen this week as well. So.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be big things.
Guys.
So, all right, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, tell your friends. Also, guys, do what Carson said. Drop a comment. Let us know what you guys want to hear, because of why. This is your show. This isn't our show. You make this show happen with your live comments, asking us questions, just like how we did today.
Yeah. If you got a segment idea,
yeah,
something you'd like to see, I
don't
care.
You have a hot take? Dude, we'll say your name and say it on live.
Steal that shit from another show and tell us. We'll incorporate it somehow. You like a buy and sell thing? Fine. Yeah. we'll figure it out.
Or if you want to see like another Let David Go Psycho for 30 minutes.
I think that being said, look out for the next couple weeks. We'll have another... So you got to go back in the catalog a little bit. But my favorite segment we've ever done over the last year is the David therapy session.
Oh, God.
I think we got enough build up. And Lamar's going to be on that list for you. We just let him air everything out for you. You can hear every ranting by a crazy lunatic tell you about Lamar Jackson.
And that's me. 100%. Well, all right, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Be ready for next week's show. Or wait, we may not be doing next week because it's Valentine's Day and I have to work, guys. I'm
probably at work myself, my friends.
So we may not. We're not going to come on. But the week after, though, for sure we're there. Hands down.
Well, we'll have something for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure about that point you've heard everything you need to hear about the Super Bowl. Maybe we'll touch on it a bit, but we'll have something ready for you guys.
Most definitely.
I forgot. Is it really Tuesday?
Yeah. No. It's Wednesday is Valentine's Day.
Oh, we should be good.
Unless I have to work because it's one of the biggest holidays of the year.
David's got stuff
I'm a jeweler, guys, so it's really hard for me sometimes to get like holidays and stuff off because of the type of the month and the year that it is.
Well, I'm a server, and I can definitely see them dragging me in there to do this.
Oh, yeah, for
Listen,
sure.
by the way, friends, be kind to your servers on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
None of us want to interject.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk much that day. We know what's going on. Just don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, for sure. Don't. Yeah, nah.
Tip your tip your guy. Tip your server, your bartenders, all those guys. They deserve it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Anyways.
All right, everybody. Have a good one. We'll talk to you all soon. Later.